Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski, and I did not expect myself to be continuing my Pokedex completion journey so soon, but I am here in Hoenn, which is the perfect location to go ahead and try to complete my Hoenn Pokedex. We recently completed the Kanto Pokedex after 6,000 hours, 10 years of playing the game. Obviously, not all that time was spent to play the Pokedex, just passively and everything, but we finally did it. It took way too long. People have been asking me about it forever, and I think now it's time to actually go ahead and move on to the Hoenn Pokedex. I'm in a really good completionist mood and mindset, so it's the perfect time to do this series. So welcome to the Hoenn Pokedex completion challenge, and if you enjoyed today's time here, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe. Maybe you're even completing your Pokedex while watching this video. I know that's what I would do. Now, the Hoenn series is going to be very similar to the Kanto series, where we'll also be making a ton of Pokeyen along the way with really good breeds, and we'll also be storing a lot of Pokemon in our PC box number 1, and those will be leveled up later. For example, the very first Pokemon that I need in my Hoenn Dex is Grovyle, so the best way to go about doing that is to actually breed a Trico, and then go ahead and XP level him up later on. So I'm going to work on that first things first. It's also really important to note that completing the Kanto Pokedex actually helped us like so much with our progress towards the Hoenn one. We got a lot of Pokemon done here that we also need in the Kanto one. You can see that our caught OT is actually 215 out of 246, so we don't need that many. But let's go ahead and find ourselves a good deal on a Trico on the GTL and start breeding. Usually when I look for a good deal on a Pokemon, the first thing I do is look for 25 plus in HP defense and special defense. However, the cheapest one for that for Trico is 40k, which is pretty pricey still. So we're actually going to lower these one by one down to around 20 to see if we can find any uber cheap. This is what I'm looking for, like 3k, 4k. These are some uber cheap Tricos that already have some stats going on for them that I might be able to use. So I'm going to browse through these really quick. This is what I'm looking for. This one is 6k, calm nature, and it's 20 plus in 4 stats, so it just needs that 31 speed. Now, I will say the only issue with this Trico is that finding a Ditto breeder for it is going to be kind of expensive, since it wants 31 speed and then 20 plus in so many other stats. Usually those Dittos are kind of expensive. It's probably going to be cheaper for me to actually brace one of the stats on this Pokemon, funnily enough. And this was my plan, to shoot for bracing the special defense. It's actually 29, which is quite high. If I do that, we do see Dittos like 8,500, 8k. These prices are super decent. I'm super happy with that. Now, if I were to put this also at 20 plus, the price shoots all the way up to 28k, and that's where things don't really become worth for me. Definitely better to brace the special defense on the Trico. Now, I do want to find the best Trico possible for me, so it's good to try to look for things like 25 plus in the HP. Any stats that you might need, you do want to look out for. However, that really hurt the other stats on it. There were some really good ones. Play for 7 minutes. Let's go ahead and actually go back to 20 plus HP and see the best Trico or best Ditto we can find. I really like this one, funnily enough. It's 10k, so it's a little more expensive than the other ones, but what I like about this one is that it could roll attack as well and go for that high roll, which I actually really care about, because Trico / Sceptile can be a very mixed attacker, or it can go special or physical. And when you go for 20 plus in HPs and defenses like I did for this video specifically, you're not committing to one of those attack styles yet, so you sort of let the buyer of the breeder decide what they want to do, which opens up more sellers and more profit. But I do want this to remain mostly a Pokedex completion video and not a breeding for profit video, so let's focus up a little bit and buy what we need for this breed and move on. Here's what the breed is going to look like. Pretty nice, not too shabby. We'll see how the attack IV rolls. We'll grab that, yoink it up, and get back to Pokedex. All right, entry number 2 is a really easy one. I just gotta go catch a Poochyena. It's hilarious I don't already have one in my Pokedex, considering how unbelievably common this Pokemon is pretty much everywhere. I even have a Mightyena, just not a Pooch. Alright, but there's Pooch caught, even got it added to the Pokedex entry. Nice to see. Pretty decent-ish stats. I don't really know if it'll sell for anything, but that's okay. Moving on, next up we have Swellow, and this is another Pokemon that I could go ahead and like breed a Tailo and then XP train it up for profit or whatever, but it has a horde in a couple locations and also some common encounters. I might just go catch a wild one. Alright, there's our Swellow caught. Let's check the IVs for fun. Anything? Nope, that's okay. What's up next? We go through quite a few lines of completion, all green, nice and beautiful to see. Hariyama is the next Pokemon, which definitely has a horde, yeah, in Hoenn, pretty easily to access. Now, I believe the horde is just on this side of Evergrande City, essentially next to the Elite Four right here in this cave. I should be able to find Hariyama, yeah. I know they have Detect or Protect as well, which is kind of annoying, but it should be pretty easy enough to clear them out and catch one for Pokedex. There's our Hariyama caught. Let's check the stats for fun, nothing worth selling. Then next up in the Pokedex is going to be the big mustache fella himself, Probopass. Okay, so it seems like the best way to get Probopass is going to be to go catch a Nose Pass with Rock Smash over in Granite Cave. Now, is this Granite Cave? Yes. So I need to find the area where you're allowed to Rock Smash within this cave, and then I should be good. Oh, I'm going to need Flash in this cave. Thankfully, I have it on my shiny Hoppep. And then once I get that Nose Pass, it should be really easy to just XP Candy it in a magnetic field, which are kind of all over the game. You can do one in Unova that I'm very aware of. I just need something to Rock Smash, really all I'm looking for right now. And it should be very common from those Rock Smash encounters within Granite Cave. Ooh, I ran into an Aeron as well, which I actually need later on to do the Pokedex entries for Lairon and Aggron. So you know what? While we're at it, let's go ahead and catch them. Why not? All right, great Pokemon to catch for later. Even a 31 as well on special defense. Not bad, not bad. And it's female as well, which is nice. Okay, I found a couple rocks to Rock Smash. I'm going to run out my Repel just in case. I never remember correctly if you Rock Smash a rock with Repel, do you actually repel that encounter? I don't know. So just in case, I'm just going to run out my Repel because I just want to be able to Rock Smash them and make sure I get the encounter. It should be very common, I believe, to actually encounter a Nose Pass once you smash them. Let's see. What are the odds? No encounter there. Let's see. No encounter there. My last chance. There should be more rocks nearby, but please be one. Ah, close. Might as well catch the Geodude for a fossil chance. Nope, no fossil, no IVs. But more rocks to smash, so I'm okay with that. Wish me good luck. Let's see. Nose Pass. Awesome. All right, Nose Pass caught. Just gotta evolve it into Probopass at some point. Got a Hardstone and 31 defense. I'm gonna dig my way out of this deep dark cave. I want to go deal with this Nose Pass / Probopass evolution ASAP just so I don't forget. It's just a quick 1 level up. I think you can also do this at the power plant in Kanto, but I always do it here at Mistralton Cave. I need to actually sort my Pokemon now that we think about it as well. Release that Geodude. I think I can just release the Swellow as well if it has no stats. I think I only needed the Swellow for the OT. Yep, I can go ahead and release that Pokemon. Easy peasy. I can release this Poochyena. Don't need him as well. And then same with Hariyama, I just do not need it. But I do need the Trico, Aeron, and Nose Pass. Let's go grab him for now, though. I'm just going to XP Candy him really quick as well, since it's just so fast and easy. It should just be right inside this cave. Let's pop the XP Candy. Let's move a little forward into it. Pop XP Candy. I don't know what he'll need. Let's do a small, I guess. He shouldn't need that much XP. Yeah, it's 1 level. Let's see if it actually works for the evolution. It should work. And there we go. After declining 1 level up move, here's the evolution from Nose Pass into Probopass. I would love to try to make Probopass work in NU. I actually made an Eviolite Nose Pass, I mean, back in the day, but that thing was a terrible idea. It was just really for the memes and for the jokes, but it was a cool thing to build. Here's our Probopass. Really cool to see. Bold nature. Honestly, this thing is pretty nice. Bold, 31 defense. Honestly, solid. A solid start to a breed for anyone who wants a competitive Probopass. I don't know how I managed to skip over my boy Shiftry, but I did. Incredibly cool Pokemon. I need to go get myself a C-Dot / a Nuzleaf. Thankfully, I'll probably just go get C-Dot. I could go for Nuzleaf, but he's pretty rare. Versus, I could just go for a C-Dot. He evolves into level 14, which is super early on, and then Leaf Stone. So it should be a pretty easy evolution change. So let's go ahead and let's go get our C-Dot. C-Dot also has one of my favorite ×3 horde locations in the entire game, which is really cool. There's a lot of really good shinies here. Lotad, Seviper, Zangoose is a really good one, and then obviously C-Dot. There we go. Only 2 hordes, and there's our C-Dot one. All right, there's the C-Dot caught at level 17, which means I only need to XP Candy it once to get to level up once, to get it to evolve, and then to obviously Leaf Stone. Do I have any extra Leaf Stones? I do, thankfully, laying around. XP candies are such a huge lifesaver, not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and get that level and get that Nuzleaf. Here's the evolution itself. I don't remember. I think I have C-Dot and Nuzleaf. I just don't have Shiftry, funnily enough. But there's Nuzleaf. One of my favorite middle stage evolution Pokemon. Super turbo, uber underrated. Always make sure to use your untradeable stack of items if you have them and you also have tradable. Let's use that on our Nuzleaf and get our Shiftry. There you go, perfect, and he is now added to the Pokedex. Let's see the little line of dialogue. Maybe not, just kidding, Leaf Tornado time. All right, next up, we actually have one of the most time-consuming ones I'm probably going to do today, and that is Skitty. I could get lucky, but I need Skitty and Deltaddy, so the best way to do it is obviously just to go catch a Skitty. It's all I can do. I have to go to Route 116 in Hoenn and look for that rarity encounter. It could take me a long time. I could be really lucky on it. I'm not sure. We'll have to see how it plays out. Keep in mind, I'll be starting at 31,775 encounters on my encounter counter, so that's the best way to keep track of how long it took. Okay, well, not joking, I got it first encounter, so YouTuber luck continues on. And there we go. Easy peasy. Guess just a little bit of a skill gap. Let's go ahead and moonstone this thing ASAP. I'm not even going to check the stats. Do I not have a moonstone in my inventory left over? Oh, goodness. It's 31 HP, 25 plus defense, 25 plus speed. Pretty solid. Moonstones are pretty cheap on the GTL, pretty easy to pick up for 3,800. Let's go ahead and pop that sucker onto the cat himself. There we go. Bam, boom. Delcatty incoming. Did not expect that one to go as smoothly as it did. That was pretty freaking nice to see, to say the least of it. Pokedex completion progress going pretty smooth and feels good. Next up would be to go get that Aeron to later evolve into Lairon and Aggron, but since I already have that prepared, I can go ahead and move on from there. Then we go over to Medicham. I've never been a huge fan of Meditite and Medicham's design visually as Pokemon, but Medicham is a pure power Pokemon and is pretty interesting because of that, in my opinion. Now, this thing should actually be a decently easy catch. I'm probably going to go into the Victory Road in Hoenn and try to hoard for one. The issue being, I don't know what floor it's on. So I might have to like jump around a couple floors and actually traverse a little bit till I find it, which is kind of a pain, but maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe it's on one of the early floors. I'm actually going to start from the bottom, I think. Let's go ahead and actually, this one. There's 2 different locations you can actually fly to at the Hoenn Elite Four, funnily enough. Let's start here, run into the cave from the bottom. Let's just hoard here straight off the bat to see what we get first things first. We see Hariyama still. Okay, I'm going to start from the top then, because if this is also Hariyama, then I'm not going to worry about it. Let's go ahead and start from the top. That would give us one extra different encounter if it wasn't, but it also is. All right, so heading from here, let's go ahead and run past Bill, who's endlessly waiting for me. We took 1 ladder down to an darkened area. Maybe, hopefully, Medicham is here. We see Lairon hordes, and that's pretty cool. I'm going to hoard here for a couple more times to see if we can find a 50-50 Lairon Medicham or something. Nope, looking like 100% Lairon hordes, at least after 3 of them, which, I mean, is pretty cool. It's a great Pokemon, great horde. Okay, 2 ladders down into the abyss, and then we finally get our Medicham. Easy peasy. I'm not sure how difficult this will be to catch. It might actually be kind of annoying. I had to actually teach strength over Seed Bomb in the process, which is kind of funny, but it shouldn't matter too much on things. Honestly, it might just be nice to have that HM as long as I can still one-shot things. I'm curious how much damage they'll do to me with pure power. Hopefully, it's not too bad. That's not too bad, but it could be a little scary over time. Okay, Medicham caught and added to the deck. Let's check these stats. Nothing really going on. That's okay. What is up next? First, I have to get out of this freaking cave. I'm super deep in. And scrolling down the big green list, it looks like next up is going to be Gulpin and Swalot, 2 really underrated Pokemon. Don't even think about leaving that comment. All right, so the best way for us to do this is pretty simple. I have to head over to Route 110 in Hoenn and just look for a Gulpin. It should be an uncommon encounter. It shouldn't be too difficult to get. I know some people actually go here to single encounter shunt for it, but this thing feels way rarer than uncommon here for whatever reason. I think it's because there's just so many Pokemon. I think it's right here in this location. There's just so many options here that it's actually really hard to just encounter Gulpin. I also have Repel Steps I need to wear off really quick. Yeah, this spot also has Minun, Plusle. I think it might also have Volbeat and Illuminize, but I don't remember correctly. We'll double check. We'll see what's around here. Wingull. Hey, not even too many encounters at all. I'm getting really, really lucky today. Not too many encounters at all, and there's our Gulpin, so I can't complain. That was super fast. All right, Gulpin caught level 13. He evolves in a Swalot at level 26, so I will put him in my PC, and then he'll be leveled up later alongside the other Pokemon I have in there, and that'll give us a Pokedex entry later on. So we have essentially 1 and 2 Pokedex entries stored with Lairon and Aggron, 1 more stored with Grovyle, so that's 3, and then 4 with Swallow. So we have 4 Pokedex entries stored, and we're currently sitting at 224 out of 246 for Hoenn Pokedex entries, way faster than Kanto. All right, next up we have Vibrava and Flygon to take care of, both of which are just going to take a lot of XP training from a Trapinch. Trapinch are pretty easy to find, but the other 2 are not in the wild. I'm going to go do the Horde location. I believe, yeah, Route 111. I'm going to go hoard that up and just try to catch 1 Trapinch really quick. It shouldn't be too bad. All right, here's our Trapinch horde. Really cool shiny hunting location if you're interested. I think in the daytime it's times 3 Trapinch and times 3 Sandshrew, and then I think at nighttime it becomes Cacnea. Someone could correct me if I'm wrong there. Let's actually double check. Cacnea, Route 111 nighttime. Yeah, so that seems pretty accurate. I think that's the way it works here. All right, there we go. Trapinch caught. Not adding anything to the Pokedex immediately. We have to go level that up into a Vibrava and a Flygon afterwards, but that's really good progress to get stored essentially. Into the PC he goes. I just want to go ahead and release this Medicham. So I don't actually, did it have stats? I feel like it might have had, no, just kidding. Didn't have any relevant stats. I'll just sell it off or release it off then. I also noticed that I almost missed something again. I don't know why I keep overlooking stuff in the Hoenn Pokedex, but I almost missed Camerupt. I need a Camerupt, and he has a Horde, Route 227 in Sinnoh. That's a huge pain to get to. I know that. I wonder if there's an easier way for me to go ahead and do this. I think it's going to be my best bet to head over to Sinnoh and climb all the way up to Route 227, but I'm not kidding you where I feel like this might be literally the farthest Pokemon encounter like from any PC in the game. It's so annoying. I hate going to it, but it's all the way up here. It's probably worth doing at least. Let's go ahead and go get our rock climbing Pokemon, whatever HM friends we might need. Whew, okay, we're at least at Route 227 now, so it means we're getting close. I can't sweet scent here or anything. I'm actually, maybe I can sweet scent here. If I can sweet scent here and encounter Camerupt, that's perfect. That's literally all I need. There's Fearow here. Don't need that. Maybe there's also Camerupt though. I don't mind like double checking. Here, let me actually go ahead and check the, we'll check the Pokedex entry itself. So it says 227 Horde in the grass. So it might be here. Do a couple hordes here to check. Okay, 3 hordes later, I'm feeling like it's at a different location. Let's go ahead and just keep heading up the mountain. Actually, just keep heading north. Maybe up here. We see someone else here. There we go. Stark Mountain is the new location. So there we go. Here's our Camerupt encounter. Okay, not too crazy, but it took so long to get here for sure. Okay, these guys are also obliterating my Breloom. Not gonna lie. I think they hit me with some eruptions. Yup, there's another. That'll probably take him out, unfortunately. But that's okay. We can take out the rest of the horde with my Chandelure maybe, and then revive him. That'll be some sort of weird strat we do. A Chandelure has fallen as well. Rest in peace, my friend. All right, Camerupt caught. Let's go and see the Pokedex stuff added to the entry. Let's see. No stats. That's okay. Moving on. What a nice big mountain climb. And you know what? I think that big mountain climb is actually going to be a really good spot to go ahead and call just episode 1, okay? We're just ending off here for episode 1. Next episode, we'll be going to catch a Zangoose and adding that to our Pokedex and continuing on. We only have a couple left. We'll see how many episodes we can keep this to. As short as possible is definitely my motto. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Hopefully it was worth your time. Hopefully it was entertaining or informative in some way. Like the video if you did enjoy it. Dislike if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. Follow the Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. I go live. The Discord's links down below for updates on all my content. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, keep the lights on. YouTube membership, Twitch Prime, Twitch sub, and PayPal/Venmo donations really do allow me to stay full time and allow me to focus on trying to make the best PokeMMO content possible. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later and have fun today. Hey, thanks so much for watching until the very end of the video. I super appreciate that, and if your name is on this list, I appreciate you even more. Thank you so much for going above and beyond in supporting the channel, allowing me to stay full time, and trying to make the best PokeMMO content possible. Thanks again for watching.